Hey guys, Ramatron here. First review, very excited. I just got this guy in the mail like yesterday and I've been playing with him ever since. It's as of right now, it's not midnight yet, so it's still technically Transformer Day where I am. Happy Transformer Day 2024 to anyone watching in the future. If I do decide to upload this, we'll see. Anyway, welcome to the channel. This is gonna be the first video on this guy, and this is, I've been waiting for this guy for a long time. Just for a little bit of background, Transformers Prime is my personal favorite Transformers series that exists. I mean, you know, I grew up with it, so it's kind of like one of those things that has a lot of value to me personally. But I wanted this figure for a long time, and I found someone selling it on AliExpress. I'll leave a link in the description to anyone who wants it. It was like 20 bucks. So I bought it there, and it's just a remold, third party, fourth party. I don't really know what the correct term is, but it's the same exact mold as the original, except it does actually come with, I'm gonna move this forward a little bit more. It actually does come with the upgrade kit, so it has like a wrecking ball hand. I don't know if that's in the original or not, but it also has the Forge of Solus Prime. At least that's what that toy guy called it, so I think that's right. It's been a long time since I've rewatched the series. I want to rewatch it soon. But anyway, so yeah, looking at Bulkhead here, I had him next to the first edition Optimus Prime. This is the actual first edition one. I got that a long time ago, and this is him next to what I think it's RID Prime Wheeljack. Right next to him, just his best friend. I don't know, I thought that was a cool shot to put together. Anyway, I'm gonna move these guys out of the way because I kind of want to begin by putting him next to the Bulkhead from Legacy. This one has a second fist, because I went to my local toy shop not too long ago, and well, actually this was a while ago, but they had an extra Bulkhead fist in their like bin of random accessories, and it was like $2 I think, so I bought it, and now he has two, and I'm really happy about that decision because I think he looks cooler with the two wrecking ball hands personally. But yeah, more on this Legacy Bulkhead. When he first came out, I remember a lot of people, or at least when he was first announced, a lot of people were really excited, especially Prime fans, and I was really excited to finally get my hands on a Bulkhead. And then I saw this, and I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't the happiest about it, just because it like had Transformers Prime Universe in the name. I would have liked it to look a little bit more like this. But you know, it's still, after getting this guy and having him for a while, I think this is a great toy. I think this is a great figure, and I might review him eventually. But yeah, I do love this guy, but he is just not the Prime Bulkhead to me. But yeah, here they are side by side, and this one, the Legacy one, is a little bit taller. I wouldn't say he's bigger though. This one has so much mass. It's so, I love this guy. Anyway, gonna move this guy out of the way. Anyway, now here he is next to Transformers Prime, first edition Optimus Prime, RID Wheeljack. I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment. RID Cliff Jumper. There's Legacy Prime Universe RC. And just for some non-Transformer related comparisons, here he is next to SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z Trunks, Lego Batman, and a Marvel Legends Star-Lord. So focusing more on this guy, I don't know if I explained it already or not, but this is, yeah, kind of like a third-party Bulkhead. He did come with this third-party upgrade kit, like I mentioned before, and this is actually really cool. I'll show you more of what that does later. But yeah, the figure itself looks amazing. It definitely looks the part for a Transformers Prime Bulkhead, and I'm so happy I was able to get my hands on this mold. It's so fun. It's such a fun transformation and such a fun figure to have and hold in hand. Detail on him looks amazing. I love the way that the doors fold up in front of the hood and that the lights are kind of visible through the door. I don't think the camera's gonna be able to pick up on it much, but yeah, the roundness of him, I mean, it's so show accurate. He is a little hollow and like these gaps right here, but that doesn't bother me at all, considering you have to be looking at him from like the back, and like, I don't know, it's not really a problem to me at all. I think he looks amazing. And again, the upgrade kit is on him, so he has this extra bumper right here that says DreamWorks on it. I don't really get that, but yeah, he has the cool wheels on the back. I love the way that they fold up back here. I'm pretty sure that they were like that in the show. Correct me if I'm wrong. The hands are really cool too. How does he feel in hand? I mean, it's not the original one, so, you know, mileage may vary. I don't even think this is the actual APC Toys one. I think it's some other company that made it. I'm not 100% sure. But he feels pretty good. His transformation's nice. There's a few joints I'll show you in the transformation that are like really tight and that are really difficult to get in and out. Like the hands are one example. These things are like, it's not too bad putting them in, but folding them back out. Which, I mean, you know, I'd rather it be that the joints are too tight than it is them too loose and nothing wants to stay in place. So I'm not really complaining that bad. Yeah, I'll bring him in a little bit closer so you can see the head a little bit better. I'll move the camera up so you can see. Yeah, he has a pretty show accurate face there, I would say. And I brought out a laser pointer so that I can kind of, it has like a flashlight on it so you can see the light piping and just how bright it's. Like if you shove it right up to the back of his head, his eyes are so bright, but it's actually not bad. His eyes in most lit rooms, I would say that they pop really well. So this is actually not a bad case of light piping, but it isn't always my favorite. And like I mentioned before, this guy came with his upgrade kit accessories. So just gonna show off those for a second. This is the wrecking ball he came with, and you can kind of just rotate his hand in from the wrist, and it exposes this little hole right here that you can just plug that wrecking ball fist into. That doesn't look bad. It's really low to the ground, but I don't think it's bad. I think it's really cool, actually. And then he also came with the Forge of Solus Prime, which also becomes his 2 blasters. I'll show off in a second. Yeah, the way that you put this into his hand, which I'm kind of scared to, because I've only done it once, and the one time I did it was really difficult to get out. But we're gonna try it. You're gonna just take this out of here. This is kind of like the bottom of the handle. And you're gonna put it in his hand. Man, I'm gonna take that piece off. Just had to do that off camera, but yeah, you're just gonna plug it into his hand and then just slide it down. Ooh, yeah, that's as far as I'm putting that. And then just reattach this part of the hammer. And then this part on the bottom. And there you have it in his hand. And I think it looks good. I think it looks good in his hand. His shoulder does not want to hold it up. If you put it like an angle, it does hold it up though. Just gonna lift the camera up a little bit to get a better view of how that looks in his arm. So yeah, I think it does look really cool in his hand. I'm sure you can get some really cool poses out of this guy too. But yeah, for the time being, I'm just gonna take this out. Whew, took that out on camera. Did you guys hear that? That sounded bad. I'm scared to put this back in his hand. This is just gonna stay on the side, I think. I think it's warped now. Yeah, I think it's a little twisted. That's fine though. For the actual gun hands, you're gonna actually take this thing in half. It's on here by like 2 different areas. But the only way that I found to be able to put this on his hand, you kind of have to open it up, and to do that, there's these little tabs on the inside. You see that right there? So yeah, I kind of have to undo all of them first, and then we're just gonna take the hand and rotate it in, and then that hole again is gonna this bigger peg on the bottom right here. It's gonna go into there. Had to turn the flash on for that. It's a little hard to get it lined up, but once you do, yeah, I think that finished product does look really cool. Definitely looks like it's coming out of his hand. I think that's really, really nice. Such a nice little addition to this guy. But anyway, yeah, that is the Transformers Prime First Edition Bulkhead. Third party, fourth party, knockoff, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Now for transformation, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm a little nervous. It's my first time filming a transformation on camera. So bear with me as we work our way through this. Especially on this guy. He's got a pretty complicated transformation. I probably shouldn't have started with the video on this guy, but I mean, I just really wanted to. I love the way he looks. What I'm gonna do first is take this hand and fold it in here. Now, it's not too bad putting it up into the wrist, but taking it out, it's very tight. So like I have to push up on this little bit that sticks out, and then I have to just get it to the point where there's a little bit of the hand sticking out that I can grab and pull out. It's a little easier now than it was when I first got it. The first time I transformed this guy, I thought I was gonna break every single bit that I did, but he's fine now. So yeah, fold away the wrists, and we're gonna start with this arm actually. You can push this in, it springs out. This part of the arm right here. So I'm gonna push that in. It's not really gonna stand, but this is a part that really scared me the first time I transformed it because of how tight it is. I'm gonna begin by taking this shoulder piece, and you'll see this black plastic area. You're kind of gonna grab it by here by your thumb and grab the bottom of this bumper and just pull like that, and it's gonna close up. It like kind of, I'll do it a little slower. It like folds in to here. And then I'm gonna just move this up and out of the way. So I'm gonna bend the elbow at 90 degrees. That just makes it easier to do this next part. I have to hold it by the shoulder, otherwise I'm scared it's gonna break. I'm gonna grab it by this part of the arm and just twist it this way. It's very tight. I'm afraid that if I did it otherwise, this piece would like move back every time, and I don't wanna risk that breaking off. But yeah, then I'm gonna bring the elbow up a little, all the way more, the rest of the way, and close this up. And I'm gonna bend this arm up, and you're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just put the hand in, bring this piece out, bend the elbow, swivel it at the bicep, fold this up, and we're just gonna get these up and out of the way for now. Next, I'm gonna fold these feet up. They're both, the heel and the toes are on two different rotation points, so I'm just gonna fold this up and this one and do the same thing on the other side. And I'm gonna go ahead and just leave the legs like this for now. We'll come back to them later. Coming to the back side, you'll have these two wheels in the back. Oh, I forgot to tap that one back in. There we go. You're gonna have these two wheels in the back. Why is one moving? Oh, there we go. You're gonna have these two wheels in the back, and so what I like to do is go ahead and start getting these out of the way, fold these down, and then they're in the back by two different tabs. They're in here. I'm gonna untab it first so I can show you. It's this little green tab right here, and it goes into this notch right here in the back. So yeah, we're just gonna take that out and bring these out to the side the rest of the way. And we're just gonna go ahead and finish up on the back here. We're gonna untab this. This is like the back of the hood. You're gonna lift it up. And next we're gonna kind of try to get the head to fold into the body. And the way that we're gonna do that is we're gonna keep this piece straight right here. We're gonna bend it at this hinge in the back. You can see it's on a double hinge. It's on here and here. So you're gonna do it here first. And you want to keep this piece straight, otherwise it's going to clash with the head whenever you try to fold it back. And you're just going to rotate the head back. I like to push in right here and then just bring it all the way. Let's see. It's a little stuck on the back of the hood. There we go. Yeah, you're just going to push that in there. And then you can fold this back up, and then you can kind of leave that as the rest. Actually, I like to lift it up a little bit more for the rest of this transformation. Next, I'm gonna get the arms out of the way a little bit more. So we're gonna kind of rotate them down on this joint right here. We're gonna rotate them down, and then we're gonna rotate them in from here. After that, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So just rotate this piece down, and then push the arm in. And you can go and peg these two together if you want these two halves. There's just a little peg right here and a hole on this side, and you just push it together. Close that up nicely. I'm gonna push these up a little bit to make this next part easier, because now we have to take apart the front piece. It's already kind of unpegged there. You can just pop it out. As you can see, it like goes in here. You just pop it out. And then you can kind of get the doors out of the way too for this part. So like, it's at the moment they're like this. I'm gonna go and start sliding them back so that for the next step, then the front should be like this. And you can take the front lights and rotate them down, and then you can kind of push them up in. So you can collapse it in on itself, and it should kind of look a little bit more smooth. And then you're gonna take these pieces, and they're pegged in through like the front of the windshield. I'm gonna take this one out. It's this little peg, and there's one on the other side too, and it goes into here. So I'm gonna unpeg that, and we're just gonna rotate these. It's on a double hinge joint. Bring that down, and then you're gonna take the bumper, the entire front part of the car really, and just lift it up. And you can push it up at a little bit of an angle too, so it's like more upwards and gives you a little bit more room to work with on the next part. We are going to take this entire lower half of the body. It's going to go up into the upper part. So like it's on kind of a, it's kind of weird, and it does take a good amount of force, but ooh, man, I have not mastered this yet. Ooh, just like that. That scares me a little bit every time, I'm not gonna lie. But then you're gonna take the legs, and first what I like to do is start by folding them all the way up at the knee. So it's gonna wanna bend at 2 different joints. It's not gonna be able to go into itself if the knee is bent from this, this lower bit here. It's on 2 different points that it can bend on. So you want this piece, you wanna make this part of the knee straight, and then you're gonna take the back of the thigh has to go in right here. Like that. Then you're gonna take the knees, and you want this piece can fold up. You want it to be folded out all the way. And that's because these leg pieces now, you're gonna bring them up and out at kind of an angle and push them up under the hood. So just do the same thing on the other side. And there is a little peg. There's a little peg hole right here, and there is a peg right about there, and they're gonna connect in here. So once they're in there, and it's very difficult to see. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get that shown, but they're just gonna peg together in there. And then after that, you can go ahead and take the rest of the hood, and there's this peg right here, and there's a hole right above it, and it's just gonna fall right into that. So just do the same thing on the other side. And there you have the front of the car for the most part done. You can push this piece up, just making sure all that's right. And so next, I'm gonna bring the arms back down. And you actually want this chunk of the trunk, you kind of want that to be lifted up. So now you can take the entire side panel of this vehicle, and it's on this little bar right here, and it's on a hinge right here, and a hinge on the inside too. You're gonna fold it up and kind of in on itself, and you'll kind of know you're doing it right whenever this kind of piece, I guess it's like the step under the door, you're gonna want it to be under here, and that makes the next part easier of folding the door all the way in. The door kind of looks like it's out a little bit, should be in a little bit more. So now that you have that flush, finally on the bottom, on the side of where the arms were, there's a little tab right here, and or a little notch, sorry, and a tab right about here that's sticking out a little bit, and you're gonna tab that into there. And just do the same thing on the other side. Let's see, do this piece first, fold this in, and then tab this in. And then take these pieces now, this back of the bumper, fold it down. And now finally, you're just gonna take this piece right here, bring it down, and it's gonna tab in to both the doors right here and this piece right here. And you're gonna push that in. Now mine doesn't like to stay together 100% of the time. It does like to come up. If this piece is connected all the way here, this is up a little bit, but if this piece is all the way down, then this piece isn't connected. So I just kind of like to find a middle ground like that. And there you have, I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit, Transformers Prime Bulkhead. I love the look of this vehicle mode so much. Oh man, I just realized I forgot to show him in his robot mode with his upgrade kit parts, so I'm gonna have to re-record some stuff for robot mode, but that's cool. I like the conversion. So yeah, looking at this guy, he looks amazing. He definitely looks the part for Transformers Prime Bulkhead. I mean, just such a big truck. Such a cool big truck. Is this even really a truck? I don't know what to call this. It's so cool. I love the way that the lights are, and I love the way the lights are in the front. Oh, actually, we almost forgot. So this bumper, it's a little small. You can take this upgrade kit piece and kind of put it over the bumper. There's like kind of like gaps on the inside, so it kind of just goes right over it like that. And you see, yeah, it says like DreamWorks. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick up on that, but it says DreamWorks on the bottom. And and it says like DP12001. I don't really know what that means. I don't know if that's what it said in the show. It's been a long time since I saw the show again, but yeah, I love the way this truck mode looks. I'm about to do some comparisons to some other Transformers Prime vehicle modes too. And now for some vehicle mode comparisons. Here he is next to RID Wheeljack. You know, these two guys were best friends in the show. I think it's only right, or sorry, RID Prime Wheeljack. Prime RID, whichever order you want to put it in. Yeah. So cool seeing these two guys. Prime First Edition, well, Optimus Prime. I don't think these two look bad together at all. I really don't. I think these two, I mean, scale-wise, I think it is a little bit off, probably, but doesn't really bother me. I think these guys still look great together. So, yeah. Prime RID Cliff Jumper. Love this figure too. This is one of my favorite cars. Or at least it looks like it. It looks kind of like a Dodge Challenger to me. I don't know, that's what I always picked up on this guy. But yeah, slightly better angle on these two. And here he is next to Prime Universe Legacy Bulkhead. I forgot to flip up this panel all the way, but I don't really care. So yeah, that's him next to Prime Universe Legacy Bulkhead. Very different vehicle modes. Very different vehicle modes for sure. Still really enjoy this figure though. No hate to this one. I actually do have a lot of fun transforming this guy. It's very different as well. But yeah, just the two of them together. And just because why not, here he is next to Transformers Prime RID Knockout. At least I'm pretty sure that's what this figure is. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's my review of Bulkhead from Transformers Prime. Just putting him in a cool pose to finish off in the video. Yeah, I think this guy's really great. Love that I was able to get this for 20 bucks. Even with the issues it has, it's still just an amazing figure to me. This is the end of my first video. Hope you guys actually enjoyed this. To anyone that did watch, hopefully I'll be able to keep this up with more in the future. Yeah, thanks for watching.